It's T-Man. We are back with a new video. And guess who it's on? Our good friend Jason Blaha, the strength and fitness baloney guy. So I'm going to react to his video that he posted here. The gym lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave, Blaha. So Blaha says, Team Blaha client Gustov. Intermediate natural physique, man. Training part 14. Yeah, man. All right.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Gustov's vlog, but a quick reminder, if you guys would please drop a like down below if you are not subscribed.
Client Gustov's vlog. All right. No, I'm not going to like or subscribe or anything because I've been banned.
Subscribed or following, please do so. And if you would be so kind as to...
You should be so lucky that people are even scribbling on your comment section or even whatever, even watching your videos. You ban people. That doesn't make any sense. Nobody's even watching you. Nobody cares about your channel.
Drop me a comment down below the video. I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get over to...
Yeah, unfortunately I can't. Sorry.
Gustov's training. We moved him over to a 4-day upper lower because we were having...
Yeah, this is frivolous, what I call frivolous training. This is just bullshit training, but whatever, man.
Issues on his body part split with being able to maintain performance in those muscles throughout a workout. And it's what I tell people. Look, more training volume.
Yeah, maintaining, something muscles,
does have potential for more growth until performance.
More potential for growth. It's just a lot of talk, man. It's just talk, dude.
It degrades. And if in a given workout you can't take long enough breaks, then more and more sets is not going to help. In other words, if you're losing more than about 3 reps over what you can do for...
Yeah, these are not bad, but he's just wasting his time, man. The problem with these people, they treat this as accessory work. That's why they're small and weak. It's not accessory work. Bodybuilding is not based on accessory work. It's based on lifting astronomically heavy. Look, when you come into the gym, right, you're unaccustomed to lifting. The Eccentric is unaccustomed to your full range conventional lifting, which is garbage, okay? It doesn't really belong in bodybuilding, but anyway. Okay, so... yeah, so you're lifting, you're going to try to lift heavy. Now you're going to try to lift heavy concentrically, but you're all weak. You're not really, you're lifting, but you're not really lifting heavy. And even your concentric is not that heavy. And you can't lift that heavy anyways, concentrically. Isolating these muscles, trying to get them to bounce back, coming back bigger and stronger. That's the thing in bodybuilding. We lift astronomically heavy in the eccentric because it allows us to do that. That's the difference. That's intelligence over stupidity. You understand me? You understand stupid? You can't fix stupid. You understand? It's impossible. You can demonstrate, you can show, you can explain things to people, but you cannot fix stupid. You understand me? I've learned that a long time ago. That's why I put up that video. I hope people watch that and understand that.
Crash on an exercise at a given...
And yes, they don't understand me. That's the problem. They don't understand eccentric exercise. They're still dumb. They'll still write in the comment section dumb stuff. They're so ignorant, people. Fuck, you could post a million. You could post everything from it. I bombard these people with NCBI reports, the fucking over and over again. Man, you just have to write eccentric exercise. There is nothing for concentric on the internet in PubMed, NCBI. Nothing. I mean, it's nothing. I mean fucking zero. Get it, dude? But all these fucking people that write in my comment section, the asshole people, I think that they're intelligent, but damn, I realize they're just as fucking stupid. Some people writing me stupid dipshit, bro. Get it? It's incredible how stupid people really are. Like I said, you cannot fix stupid. It's impossible. You know what I mean? Ignorance is bliss, I guess. But yeah, each to their own. You can lift astronomically heavy eccentrically, and it has 3 modalities. Well, actually, there's more modalities to eccentric. You'd be surprised. There's something what we call inertia exercises, isokinetic, inertia. These are something I would have to show people so they could understand what this really is. You just don't do that in the gym because you don't fathom it. You don't think about it. How you could use these weights, these exercises. They're maybe it's above your intelligence. A lot of people that are out there, it's above their fucking intelligence. They can't understand it. But whatever, man. Anyways, I don't have to go and show these things. You know, it's not my job, man. I just do reaction videos. I don't really give a shit. Look, man, like I said, in eccentric exercise, one of the things in eccentric exercise, we have 3 modalities, okay? We call it maximal training. Why do we call eccentric exercise maximal training? Because it means maximal lifts. Your max, what you could lift, max. You understand me? Not concentrically. You'll never make it in eccentric lifting that weight. So you'll lift heavier in eccentric. You can always lift astronomically heavy. And so we have 3 modalities. One's slow, one's fast, and one is simply just the negatives, okay, in eccentric. That's it. That's all. One is very fast, overloaded. The other one is very slow, overloaded. And one is just simply overloading in the negative, repetitively, until you get better at doing some exercises. For example, if you're just starting out, you probably want to get somebody to just do accentuated. Maybe you reached some, I don't know, some curve you can't go past. You do those. It's how should I put it? It's to your discretion, okay, man? Really. I can't explain everything in my channel to some people because they just don't understand, man. But some people, they're so intelligent, they do understand. They really do understand it. But I find it's only very few people, a handful of people that really understand it, which is crazy.
We're no longer getting fast twitch muscle fibers.
We're no longer getting fast twitch muscle fibers. Blaha is the most ridiculous person. That's why I make videos on him. Not the fact that he struck my old channel, and I'm not really even inclined to get it back anymore. I don't really give a shit, but. Yeah, and now I just make videos on him, man. You get it? Because he's stupid. As stupid is, as stupid does.
Okay, sorry, you're not gaining muscle from it. That is just the reality of it. All right?
Yeah, okay.
About that 5 rep mark, completely.
You're not getting any muscle out of it. Let me explain something to you. Do you know what MPS means? Does any fucking people out there understand what that means? Huh? MPS, you know, protein synthesis. Muscle protein synthesis. You know what that means? It means when you have to have a level of micro damage, and it can't be the kind of micro damage. There's 3 levels, and it can't be minute because your body will just repair and it won't remodel fucking anything. And so in muscle protein synthesis, it is activated when there is a high level of muscle damage. That's when it really fucking is activated. Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown to see that mass on that fucking myofibrillar. Get it? Look, I'll even bring it up in this video. So this a-hole, Blaha, understands. Because he's out to... Maybe I can bring it up in this one. Hold on. Because it used to just post automatically. I don't know if it's in here. Hold on a second. I'd have to go through this now to look for it. That section. I don't even know where it fucking is. Hold on. I'll use the AI version. All right. For muscles to grow, hypertrophy, and gain mass, the rate of muscle protein synthesis, MPS, must exceed the rate of muscle protein breakdown, MPB. So when we damage muscles, we're in a state of muscle protein breakdown. That's what we're in. That's what we're in, man. And so what happens here is you need to be what? This positive protein balance leads to an increase in muscle what? Mass. What is that mass? What is muscle mass made up of? Sarcomeres in parallel and series. You understand me, man? So in muscle mass over what? Over time. Over time means it takes a while to actually see that growth coming out. It's not going to happen, every single week you come into a gym and let's say you work out and do these damaging sessions. You don't just see it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen just like that. It takes a while before it actually really pops out. And then it comes out rapidly. It's like inflation. Get it? So, yeah. So, conversely, if MPB exceeds MPS, muscle mass will, if MPB exceeds MPS, then muscle mass will decrease. It will atrophy. It will atrophy. See what I mean? So when you work out, you don't want to just make sure you're in positive nitrogen balance. You need to exceed that breakdown. So the most important meals are right after your damaging sessions. Let's say you damaged muscles. The most important time is right out. You want to go down to the buffet. You want to eat for 5 hours straight, bro. Get it? That's how it really works. Like if you're, see, here's the thing. If you are a serious person, if you're serious, then you're going to go all out. But if you're not serious, you're not going to go all out. You're just going to waste your time. A lot of people do that. They go to the gym and they treat everything like accessory work, and then they go have a pizza and a Coca-Cola drink, McDonald's or something, and then they fuck off. So these people and then they complain about newbie gain limits. They think something special has to happen. They think that they're special. Well, I'm so special. I go to the gym and it's gonna magically happen for me. Nothing's gonna magically happen for you. Just like these people that he says he's training, Blaha, and all these other stupid people. Whatever. Elaboration. Muscle protein turnover. Muscle tissue is constantly undergoing a process of protein synthesis. It is. But it's on a level that you're not even understanding. It's beyond people's understanding. Creating new proteins and protein breakdown, degradation, existing proteins. Protein synthesis, MPS, the process by which the body creates new muscle proteins. Yeah. See what I mean? Anyways, hypertrophy and muscle atrophy. Hypertrophy greater than the rate of MPS. This means the body is building more new proteins than it is breaking down, leading to an increase in muscle mass. Yeah, you have to. You need these damaging sessions. So muscle is primarily composed of muscle, connective tissue, nerves, blood, vessels, contractile elements within muscle fibers are made up of the proteins actin and myosin, which are arranged in striatal patterns, which will support proteins like myoglobin and so forth and so on. That's what the mass is of. That's the mass of muscle fibers. These sarcomeres or myofibrils, you call them, cylindrical structures within the muscle fiber that contain the contractile proteins actin and myosin. So they'll tell you right here. Within the muscle fibers themselves, myofibrils, actin, myosin, and globulin. They're made up of this. That's this made up of this mass, this so-called mass, this tissue and shit. Anyway, let's get back here.
All right, about that 5 rep mark, completely worthless. So in other words, let's say you've been doing, back in biceps throughout the workout, and you're doing a certain type of curl, and there's a weight that can.
This is just all frivolous working out. This is frivolous. This isn't bodybuilding. This is not bodybuilding. In your small brain, the people that are out there in their small brain, they think, oh, this is bodybuilding. It's accessory work. No, bodybuilding's not accessory work. You just have a small brain that doesn't understand what bodybuilding really is. It's based on eccentric exercise. It has nothing to do with powerlifting, concentric lifting, or fucking I don't know, strongman lifting, or whatever the fuck people are doing out there. I don't give a shit anyway.
Completely fresh, you could get 14 reps with, right? Had you not done any other work first on that particular type of curl, barbell curl, dumbbell, whatever.
Look, I'll explain this. In the past, I didn't do any free weight pull-ups or any kind of dips in the past, and I got massively big and strong, and I didn't even incorporate those in bodybuilding a long time ago. I didn't even do dips or pull-ups at all. So how did I get such a big chest? Well, I stuck to exercises that I was familiar with. I made them like compound exercises, but I made them, they were eccentric. They were eccentric and compound. See what I mean? And so I did different types of modalities. When you're an expert at lifting, you understand what you're fucking trying to get. So I can still get damaged doing a full range of motion. We call that an overworking of it. We say untrained muscle. It isn't really untrained, it's trained. You understand me? It's trained because it's getting bigger and stronger. You're just coming in every week after the repair and the remodeling. You know what I mean? So you are just getting bigger and stronger. How you accomplish these things, they're just tools. You just figure out, okay, well, I know in eccentric, there's these three modalities for overworking, for overloading the muscle in the eccentric, but you can also do a full range of motion and overwork a muscle and still get this damage. It's just a different type of modality. So how you accomplish whatever goal that is, whatever it is you're trying to get there in the gym is up to you, really. You understand me? They're all great exercises, and all exercises that you're unfamiliar with, unaccustomed, or untrained doing will get you this damage. So whether I didn't do dips or pull-ups, let's just say I didn't incorporate them because I was doing some other stuff to get to where I wanted to go, in my mission. So later on, when I incorporated, that just got me more mass. You understand me? Because I was unfamiliar and accustomed doing it. So that already, when I started doing them, they gave me more muscle growth on top of what I've already had. See, when you start incorporating these other things that you don't do, you get even more mass, more muscle, more strength. That's the whole point.
And you're only getting 8 or 9 reps deep into the workout, you're not stimulating muscle growth unless you're a novice. Okay, sorry, you're not.
I love this. You're not stimulating muscle growth. You don't stimulate muscle growth. You damage muscles and then they grow, dumbass.
Just how it works. Your fast twitch fibers are too fatigued to recover set to set, so you're back to all the intermediate fibers.
No, in bodybuilding, it's not that they're too fatigued to do a set. They're too damaged already. The nerves are damaged. The fibers have been torn. There's a bunch of tearing going on there. There's things that are coming out, these inflammatory things, they're coming out. There's a bunch of shit that's going on there, okay? And you're damaging the androgen receptors. They give you a lot of this forced production. So they start getting damaged as well. Yeah, you're damaging them. It's a damaging session. Why? Because you want them to come back bigger and stronger. You want them to adapt by getting bigger and stronger. So when you get bigger, you get stronger. Nah, I got a stronger lifting concentrically. I'm going to get a bigger. When actually concentric exercise is associated with a loss in sarcomere, in mass, in sarcomere, in fibers, mass. So you're getting smaller. That's why people complain. I got a stronger, but I'm not getting a bigger. Or they even got a stronger concentrically, but they got a smaller. They're getting smaller. A lot of people complain because they're stupid. Get it? They're dumb. So in bodybuilding, it's just really focusing on the eccentric part. Whether it is full range of motion, you're trying to overwork this muscle, in overtraining this muscle, overworking it, overtraining it, whatever, in a full range of motion, or just sticking to the eccentric. Either way, the eccentric is the one that is causing the damage, not the concentric, not even in a full range of motion.
They have very, very little growth potential outside of the novice phase. So this is what I mean by his performance was degrading. He was simply running out of steam. So now we've split it up to...
No, he's not. He's just not doing enough to get any damage. That's all. His workouts are frivolous. They're shitty.
Where, he doesn't do more than about 6 sets for one muscle per workout twice a week. So,
look, in other words, you can do this workout, let's just say, in an eccentric overload, and you'd get more out of this workout just doing the eccentric, right? Okay. But in a full range of motion, you're going to have to do double, triple the work that you're doing here, that this guy is doing. You're going to have to triple it to get that damage to come out of it.
Lets us get, something in that range. So a perfect example.
So it will, how should I put it? It will condition you to be better at, it's almost like a little bit of endurance there. So you get some endurance, you get some burning of fat, and a bunch of stuff. If you're doing it full range of motion, trying to get this damage to come out. That's the difference.
Upper body day, what do you guys see here? We see flat bench, we see incline. That's it. That's his whole chest workout. I'm not doing multiple exercises there.
Yeah, okay.
Then we come through, we do weighted pull-ups, we do some laying extensions, have him do some lateral raises, we do some curls. So what do we get out of this? Well, we have one lat exercise, but I have him training his lats all 4 days. His upper and his lower, we are doing some sort of back work. I'm counting rows, can count towards to some extent, some lower.
This is just a waste of time. He's just wasting his time.
But we do pull-ups on the pure upper day. So we end up with about 12 sets for lats a week, spread out. But in his case, like we're doing 6 sets for chest, 3 sets for lats, 3 sets for triceps. Okay?
3 sets, that's what people used to do back in the day. They say, I'm maintaining with 3 sets. What were they maintaining? Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Here's the thing. Once you become adapted to these exercises in full range of motion, the eccentric is now adapted. There's no growth because that's where muscle grows, in the eccentric, not the concentric. Concentric adapts by aligning these in parallel and then giving you more force production in the concentric. In the eccentric, muscle damages and then it rebuilds it stronger so that it protects itself from building any more muscle. You understand me? So you have to lift astronomically heavy eccentrically to get it to damage to grow more muscle. Get it? If that's what you want, if that's your goal. So if his goal is to build his body and build muscle, well, he's obviously never going to do it doing this. That's for sure. Fuck.
3 sets for delts. I have him do some laterals in there. I'm not including all of it. I want these vlogs under 10 minutes.
I mean, come on, man. This is frivolous. He's like rowing these things, throwing them up and down. He's got 10 pounds on there. Give me a break, man. Are you really think that's going to do anything? Fuck me.
And then, of course, what do we do here? We do laying
break,
extensions,
man.
getting that
This
full
is
extension with
bullshit.
the long head, so we take some behind his head, and then have him do straight barbell curls, okay? Now, we know the pull-ups and other stuff contribute to the biceps, but I'm still going to have him do curls twice a week.
Yeah, pull-ups. You can do pull-ups for your biceps. Yeah, body weight. That's why your body's heavy and your limbs are small, and you're pulling up and down on it using your biceps. Okay, yeah, it's better than doing this shit. 10 pounds.
We don't need a huge amount of volume. We need a huge amount of volume. We're getting 6 direct sets for biceps, triceps.
Yeah, volume training. That equates to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Like I said, it takes on a life of its own. Once you become adapted, you're just building sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. You're not building anything. You're just putting a bunch of liquid in there. You're just an endurance athlete now.
And delts every week.
You're a performer.
In addition to all the big compounds, because they do carry over, guys.
They do carry over, guys. In addition to big compounds. In bodybuilding, the majority of your exercises are pretty much all compound. We don't use machines. So we stand up doing our exercises. So it's all compound. Now, if you see people sitting down, those are machines, most of them. They're sitting down doing stuff. We really row everything standing up. We want to do everything standing up. That's the whole point. Now, if you want to sit down, that's up to you. But like I said, you're not going to get much benefits doing exercises sitting down. That's very lazy. Remember, you got one session, you're coming into the gym. Why the fuck do you want to be lazy and sitting down and moving things around? That's just ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying I've done certain things where I'm laying down, pulling weight, but I'm doing it very specific. I'm doing things specifically, for a reason.
All the benching with the barbells, the dumbbells, the other stuff, it's working triceps. But we do need some extensions. So I have him do extensions one day and then press downs the other. Again, intermediate lifter, worried about physique. So in his case, he doesn't care so much about strength, so we don't go really low rep. I generally don't want him on other than maybe deadlift, going under about 5 reps for squats, bench, all that stuff. So our program is built around squat, bench, deadlift, pull-ups. Okay, for his first lower day, we do squats for 1 top set. We do deadlifts for...
These are a waste of time. They're concentric. His squats are bullshit. They're just going to weaken him, really, in the end. Your body gets weakened. You get better at squatting concentrically, but your body and your knees, they weaken doing this. It's an old fact.
Set on the other. And then we got all machines and hip hinge movements, right? So his lower body day, here we do back squats, we do leg presses, Right? We do leg presses, which I didn't include that. I'll include it in the next workout later in the blog. We do good mornings. Okay. Then he does calf work and then some upper back work. So usually I have him doing right now like seated cable rows is what he does on this day, mainly because he gets nauseated with the barbell row. That's fine. He's not lazy. He deadlifts and does weighted pull-ups.
What is Blaha talking about? He's just mumbling about stuff.
So it's not a lazy factor. I got a client who's just being like,
He's not doing anything here. I know you're going to say he's doing good mornings. He's not doing anything. He's just wasting his time. Man, bodybuilding, again, is not based on accessory. It's not accessory work, man. I don't know what these people, what they're thinking. It's not based on concentric fucking lifting, bro. Get it? Christ.
lazy, I'm going to call him on it. No, he threw up in the middle of rows. He's like, they're ruining my workout. I'm puked. And, it's the higher.
These people are so dumb. You want to know why? Because it's comfortable to lift concentrically. That's why. There's no damage. There's no soreness. There's nothing going on there. They love that, and it looks good. The presentation of lifting concentrically. Oh, look, I'm lifting against space. It looks nice. Look, I'm going up. I'm going up in the air instead of down. I'm going up.
Rep pros I have him doing because we're trying to build muscle. I've got him doing a lot of 8 to 10 stuff.
I love that. We're trying to build muscle. Well, if you're trying to build muscle, then you should be lifting eccentrically. Hello.
8 to 12 stuff. So then after that, we do good mornings, leg presses, seated cable rows, then some calf work, right? He's changed
Gustov, you should ask for your money back.
in gyms here soon, so then we're going to have access to better machines like you guys saw in that last vlog. But yeah, so having him in good mornings pretty hard right now. I'm a big fan. He was doing some RDLs and other stuff. I'm like, let's take you over to the good morning.
He's going to do RDLs? So I like RDLs are great, yeah.
They work, they're great. Gonna give him a change of stimulus for a bit. Then again, let's just progress on these, build your low back, build your hamstrings. All right, second upper day.
Okay, hamstrings, okay. Yeah, upper day, yeah.
Very similar. We changed some of the movements a little. So I have him do flat bench and pull-ups. Notice
Again? Bench?
these are our constants. All right, flat bench and weighted pull-ups are his staples.
Weighted pull-ups, okay, yeah, I like those. Yeah, these are good, but he's just wasting his time. He's treating it like it's some sort of an accessory work, like an exercise. It's not. There's nothing going on here.
Those are our anchor exercises. Those get done every upper body day. Now we rotate some other stuff around to help with overuse and other stuff. But 3 sets of bench twice a week, 3 sets of pull-ups twice a week. We're not crazy on the overuse. He's not super strong yet. And these are all done for relatively high reps. Most of this stuff is A+ rep.
I love these people that go to the gym and they're like, they carry like a shaker with them with protein and they shake it up and everything and they drink it before or after they work out. They're so stupid. Their workouts are frivolous. They're adapted. There's no damage. There's no DOMs, no damage. There's nothing going on there. They go home. They keep with those stupid ass fucking shakers and shit. They're just wasting their goddamn time. What a waste of time, man. They've done nothing.
So we're not beating him super heavy, right? We're not beating, but he does train hard. We go real close to failure or to failure. Same thing.
Sure he does. Yeah. He trains really hard. We go to failure. We don't go until we're damaged. We go to failure. Get it? Exhaustion. Yeah. If failure, exhaustion, like a what do you call it? Like a marathon runner.
Pull-ups. He's got good form on these too.
His pull-ups. His arms are too close in, so it's an arm workout. It's not even doing the. Man, he's not even doing his lats, man. Christ, fuck me.
Notice how clean those look. He's got really good lats right now in the picture. So eventually he will do some afters. He's not comfortable.
Why do you think they have it so wide? The whole point is to go as wide as you can. That's the idea. That's how. But here's the thing: you can isolate it, though. You can use these cable machines to isolate it. So you can use your arm to go up and down with the weight. You understand me? You can isolate. It's easy to isolate the lat. Completely isolate it. That's much better. You'll get a lot more out of it. You'll find it'll come quickly too.
Yeah, but his progress has been really good. He actually has a really, really good V-taper right now. But again,
he has a very good V-taper. This opens the scapula. Here's the thing with pull-ups. Pull-ups at some point, they're good. They're okay. They pull your scapula apart. Okay, that's what they do. They pull your scapula apart. Now, will your lats get wider from doing this? As a natural person, natural lifter? No, not really, not very much. I'm telling you, only because you're pulling apart the scapula. So you see this back area here between the shoulder blade, whatever, that scapula, it comes out. Man, you can read this in magazines. That's what it does. So there's a lot of pulling of the scapula in the back. This isn't going to make your traps bigger. This isn't going to make your back thicker, and it's not going to make it much wider other than pulling out the scapula. And you will be good at doing it, but I wouldn't focus too much on pull-ups. Okay, here's the thing. I would focus more on dips. Dips are more important than pull-ups. You understand me? Well, people go down to the machine and they do pull downs for the machine for their lats. The truth is, like I said, there's a more superior way to focus on isolating the lat itself. The lat is just a muscle on the side of your body. So your arm runs on that side, right? Your shoulder, and your arm runs there. So what do chickens do? They flap. They flap their wings up and down, right? Okay. So only that part of your arm, without the extension part, your elbow, just that part of the arm needs to go up and needs to go down. You see how it isolates the lat? Look, go put your arm up, your elbow, put your fist all the way to your chest, all right? Like your elbow is sticking out, your arm sticking out like a chicken, you're flapping with your thumb underneath your underneath your arm, your thumb, and you're flapping your wings, whatever. Notice how your arm goes up and it goes down. Now notice when you squeeze down, you can feel your lat. It's squeezing, right? Yeah, because your lat's there. So if your arm goes up with the weight is pulling your arm up, it's going to stretch it. So you pull slightly down eccentrically and up and let the weight pull you up again, and then pull down, up and down. An up and down motion, the more up and down motions you do, the more likely you'll get these micro tears in the muscle fiber. That's what. And that lat will get bigger.
Those pull-ups, look at that forearm. Right, good.
He's just wasting his time. Like I said, you can use them for biceps and things and to pull out the scapula. It's good. It's okay. But it's not going to develop your back. The best is, like I said, you do rows for your back, different rows, like landmine rows. You can do them standing up. You know, you can do it with the cable machine. You could do it with the landmine, free weight. You could do one-arm rows with the cable machine. I mean, these are so much better. Full stacks eccentrically. The more you do of them, the more your back will come out a lot faster. It'll come out really quick. But like I said, most calisthenic guys do these. And they're doing them for specific reasons, because they want to do muscle ups. They want to look good doing muscle ups or whatever. So these are probably better for trying to, if you want to do a muscle up, maybe, you know, you want to look like a circus person doing muscle ups. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know. If they have competitions doing that, maybe you want to practice at doing that, be good at the competition. I don't know. Personally, you understand me? But like I said, it's good for pulling out the scapula, but that's it. It's not going to do a lot for you. It can make you stronger at lifting heavier, doing these pull-ups. See what I mean? It's still eccentric. It'll get you good at some point, but you won't get a lot of, you'll get some damage there, but not a lot. See what I mean? There's some stuff going on there, but not a lot, like I said. Not like rows and isolating these areas in your back.
Range of motion, he's pulling from a dead hang, he's gotten stronger on them. Of course, he's going to have lats. It's unavoidable.
Yeah. He got better doing them. I like how he says he got stronger. No, he got better. He's getting better doing them, but he's not getting that much stronger. He's not building any muscle. How can he get stronger?
Same thing here. We want to do some decline. It's just at a slight decline. We just be able to be comfortable.
Yeah, it's mostly concentric. You notice he's not really focused on the eccentric because it's uncomfortable, and I understand that. These people just see it uncomfortable, so they want to squeeze their muscles. They want to just squeeze them. They want to bring it down and then squeeze it again. Bring it down and squeeze it. It's like they're just going through the motions. They're not even thinking, what does this do exactly? What does this do in this? How does this adapt, or how does this adapt? No, that doesn't even they don't even fathom that. That doesn't even go through their mind. They don't think about that at all whatsoever. What a waste.
We do a decline dumbbell. So instead of we do incline on day one, day two, I have to do a decline dumbbell. Again, making sure we get that stretch in that lower chest. Pecs have been a weak link for him a little bit, so I do
make get this stretch in the lower chest. He's not getting any stretch in the lower chest. Look at him, watch.
Sure we get some variety in him, make sure we get at least.
He's got no stretch over there. He's wasting his time.
12 direct sets for pecs every single week because it's historically been, like visibly weak link. Keep in mind, he's training for physique purposes.
He's already adapted to these exercises. There's no damage. He's adapted to his exercises. His routine is, I've watched his routine. It's exactly the same all the time. So if it's always the same all the time, he's adapted. And if you're adapted, there are no more adaptations. Get it? In muscle damage.
For powerlifting or sports. So again, we have to look at that as
They get, what's a unique feature of eccentric exercise? Untrained subjects become stiff and sore the next day due to what? Muscle damage. And then that damage curtails, it goes off, and then there's no more damage.
aesthetic balance, because this is what he's training for. And he's 20 years old and drug free. Okay.
20 years old, drug free. Yeah, okay. What's he training for?
So we're building that base. But he is building that base. He's going to be real jacked one day. Because again, he's got good.
Well, I like the deadlifts here. They're not bad. I don't know why he has to drop them on the floor. Why doesn't he just keep it up there in real time, consistently lifting back and forth? See what I mean? Keep it in the eccentric there.
Work ethic. Notice the work ethic. He tries to focus on good form. He does sets. He does the sets hard. He puts in the work. He's consistent.
I know a lot of people that put in the work in the office. You have people that work smart, and then people that work hard. And I had a friend once, she used to once tell me, she goes, why is everything so hard? She goes, I put in so much, I work so hard, and everything's so hard to get what I want. Because it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. See what I mean? These people, they're like, I'm working so, and the guys in the office, the boss comes up to you and he says, you're fired. Why? But I work so hard. No, but he doesn't work as hard as me. Yeah, but he produces. You're not producing. See what I'm trying to explain to you? That's the difference. What have you accomplished, and what have you produced, and what have you accomplished? Nothing. You understand me? It's about what have you produced? Nothing. You have to produce something. I work so hard, and I go to the gym, and yeah, but you're not producing, bro, because you're not working smart. You're just working hard. Working hard has never made anybody rich in this world. Get it? Working hard. Only people that work smart get rich, not people that work hard. People that go to work, listen to this word, they go to work. They work hard. Get it? At whatever their pay they're getting. They're not working smart. Now people that go and make money, well, they're smart because they're making money. If your goal is to make money, then you should make money. But if your goal is to be a slave and work, well, then go to work and you'll be a slave. But you won't make money working for anybody. That's just stupid to think that. You understand me? You're not going to get rich and have money. You're going to be like every other slave in the street, driving their shitty Camry down the street, get it? Going to their slave wife, slave kids, slave home, slave store, slave job, slave wage, and slave school, and everything else. Seeing their slave kids. You understand me, dude?
Right. He's willing to do what it takes to get there. But again, as I said, he is adamant about being a lifetime drug-free guy.
He's going to do whatever it takes to get there, but he's not doing what it takes.
So that means we've got to build a strength base. Like, you can't be weak and be jacked without steroids. You got to be strong. So yeah, we're going to put in some.
You can't be jacked and be anything lifting concentrically. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
Time on the squat and deadlift and stuff. We got to get that neurodrive up. But we still come in and do all the isolation and other stuff because he cares about, quite frankly, his physique and aesthetics.
There are people that will try to convince you that they built muscle lifting concentrically, but it's fake. It's fake. Even if they stand on the scale and they say, look, I gained weight. You didn't. You gained weight, but you didn't gain any muscle. You gained weight, but you didn't gain muscle.
If we do deadlift on that day.
There's a lot of people that try to fool you out there. They're always trying to fool people.
And we do leg presses. We do all the same stuff I described.
Their weight fluctuates, goes up and down, down. It's one day it's like, this much, and then it's way really heavy, and then it's like way really light again, and they're way really heavy again, and whatever they're doing there, it's fake anyway. So that's why it's going up and down. Their weight is fluctuating up and down. One time it's like 200, then it's 250, then it's like 200 again, then it's like 220, 230 again. It's all over the place, all over the board. These people with their weights.
Before, other than I do
they're weighing themselves.
An incline dumbbell row on this day, which you guys will see coming up, making sure we're getting a little upper back. So notice some of
this is pure concentric. Look at him. Watch.
Those secondary movements.
See that? That's concentric. There's no eccentric here at all whatsoever.
throughout the
Zero.
week, we do change.
So some he does full range of motion, some it's pure concentric, some it's full range of motion, concentric, eccentric. These people, they're funny the way they exercise.
Them. So we do a seated cable row, then we do a
So no wonder why they're all the appropriate man. It's just fuck, man. You got some parts they're like this, and then man, this is bullshit. Misappropriation.
incline dumbbell. The pull-up stays a constant. Like for chest, we'll do an incline.
Stays a
We'll
constant.
do an incline bench, and then we'll do a decline dumbbell on the second day. So we are working those different angles. We're making sure that we are hitting every possible angle with sufficient.
The dip is much more sophisticated as a mass builder. It's going to be better than doing pull-ups. You can do pull-ups. I'm not saying people can't do pull-ups. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're only going to take you so far.
Volume to keeping growing, but we're also making sure we're not outpacing it.
And if you keep treating these so-called accessory works as like not mass builders, well then you can't build any mass. If you keep treating them like accessory work, they're not accessory, they're mass builders. See what I'm trying to explain to you? When you lift eccentrically heavy in the eccentric, they are mass builders. Now, if you lift them concentrically, then they're nothing. You're just playing with the weight. See what I mean?
Recovery, right? Because again, recovery is everything.
Recovery is everything, yeah.
I'm very happy with his progress this week. He's been getting bigger. He's getting stronger.
Runners recover. Us bodybuilders, we grow.
We're getting thicker. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.
He's getting thicker. He's not getting thicker. Look at his arms. Look at his elbow. It's way past his back. His back is completely flat on like a board here. He's just using his arms. Look, you want to see this again? Watch. This is what I call stupid training. See that? Look. His arms are doing all the work. See? You see how stupid this is? This is dumb training. You understand me? You can't fix stupid. It's impossible. It's impossible to fix these stupid trainers, these fake trainers, whatever, these fitness gurus like Blaha and the rest of them. It's not my job to save these people. This is failure. It's just all arm work. There's no back work. He's not doing his back. He's doing his arms. Is it arm exercise, dude, or what? This is funny when you watch this. Christ, that was some funny shit, man. I'll see you in the next video. Tons to think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. What a waste of time.